I saw a young woman on TikTok today. I reposted her video. On her video, she's got quite a few views, quite a few activity there, but that's the nature of humans. We like highly charged emotional stuff, okay? I'm not gonna get into all of that, but I felt for her. I listened to her video from start to finish, and I became enraged. For her kid, people like her, myself, my son. I'm going slow because I'm practicing, I'm implementing a lot of things at once. So bear with me. At least those of you that come in, you shit for brains, I'm not talking to you. I have something for you later. Don't worry, I'm gonna make sure you get what you deserve. To those of you who come on, the ones I'm actually talking to, and on behalf of, and the world that's looking and watching and learning and growing and trying to understand, it's really you, it's for you. The low lives, yeah. I became enraged. If you're on my TikTok, right now the account is public, so you should be able to go and see the repost. She's a young girl. I would say maybe she's in her 20s. I could be wrong, 20s, maybe early 30s. She was going to college to be a nurse. She's got a little girl, and she's a targeted individual. And it has infiltrated her whole life. They unalivened the baby daddy. They, basically everybody's been sellouts. The men she's dated, her family, all involved. The men she's dated, her family. Do we see a kind of a theme yet? They unalivened the baby's daddy. See it yet? And the nigga that she was dating, his whole ass, I hope his whole ass nigga. Him. This young woman was that's why I was enraged. And I bet you these sorry bastards are somewhere getting a high off of the fact that they had got this young woman crying and shaking and feeling worthless and hopeless and all. I bet you these useless trash bags are somewhere feeling real good about themselves as this young woman. They kidnapped her daughter. I think she has a daughter. And I don't know if she got discovered, but the cops covered all that shit up. And y'all wonder why motherfuckers don't care nothing about no badge, ain't got no goddamn, because it's full of shit. She said she was just, as I listened to this young woman, she was just trying to live her life, just trying to take care of herself and her kid. Is what she's crying. I mean, this girl's in tears. And not the like cute, you know, you can hear it, you can see it. And to me, what's more disgusting is sorry bastards in this universe are sitting on their ass looking at that like that's some kind of fucking entertainment. The fake safe, fake spiritual, you know, matrix, pretend good people sit back and say stuff, you know, well, I'm going to go in my prayer closet and really pray for a breakthrough. While simultaneously having information regarding the case and do nothing. Once again, I was speechless, and I had to gain composure. I had to we are not property. And we are not cattle. And we are not somebody's come up. My goodness. I became enraged last night. Had to get my composure. Because in my case, I have a case very similar to this young woman, okay, just on the basic information that she shared, okay, but in my case, these people, these things, I'm gonna call them things, these things have been daily doing ritual work, satanic ritual abuse work on my son and me, thinking that maybe this time. And I was enraged because as I address the energy when it shows up, and clear it. Is still enraged at the audacity to have a whole ass this cult / Christians by day / spiritualist / philanthropist / I'm a good person by day, their uniform, but paid around the clock. That's careers. That's some of their jobs. That is the job. That is their job. That is their purpose of existence. To be a babysitter, for lack of better words. To sit they whole ass up in the house all day, every day. Watching my movement and doing spells around the clock to see its effectiveness. Doing the spells, doing the stomps, doing the spells, doing the noise, doing the spells to see. And when I come out, and when things become clear, often, like what happened last night, I don't think I came on. I don't think this was a private thing that I did. There's a tower. On behalf of that young woman, myself, and our children, the targeted population, and our children, those of you that are onlookers out there and doing nothing, you're onlookers, you either think this is some kind of entertainment, something to talk about. Any of you out there you're cowardly or you got information, I gotta call you out, because folks like y'all possibly thought I was gonna talk about the lowlives themselves. They're not even really worth it. anything worth mentioning about these motherfuckers been gone. Their consciousness and decency checked out a long time ago. So they're not worth mentioning. But you all that might, and dare I say with emphasis, might, because it's going to depend on what you do next. Those of you out there that you scared of these fucking covens, y'all better get your mob on. Shit. Step outside. Like, driving circles, nigga. Dare your whole ass to get out that car, though. Dare that ass to get out of that car and come up to me and see what happened to your ass. Anyway, those of you out there and you got information or you know information and you're watching this and you know that it's truth, this is where I'm going here. Because again, the people that are actually, the ones that are initiating this, participating, getting something out of it, again, not worth mentioning. But those of you, and maybe because you've watched, maybe you have some kind of close proximity, maybe you know someone, maybe some kind of dynamic where you actually, You know that these targeted populations aren't what they are really trying to convince everyone that they are. You know that they're not lying. You know that they're not exaggerating. You know that they're not hallucinating. You know that they're not going through some kind of psychosis. You know that everything pertaining to them being targeted individuals and all that has, happened, that is the truth. You know that people got insurance policies on some of them. You know that some of them were left gifts by passed on family members, inheritances, gifts. And paid others and split it and been, going around offering people stuff everywhere to basically, like this young woman said, she says she's being bullied everywhere. Again, I reposted her video on my TikTok. It should be public for everybody at this point. And I talked a little bit about this last night on my video, the live that I did about, learning how to look at some of these behaviors and call it what it is so that you can understand, or so people can understand that maybe what you think people are or these folks are really aren't that. Because normal humans don't conduct the way these people are conducting. As simple as that. Normal, healthy individuals do not conduct in the ways in which I explained on the video and that targeted populations are dealing with on a regular basis. This young woman said that they wanted to make her feel worthless. And I haven't really thought about that. When she said it that way, I was, just thinking on the lines of, okay, trying to irritate you, trying to frustrate you, trying to, punk you, trying to, I thought of all those things. But when she said that, I was like, I see. I didn't see it that way because I've been really working hard on my own self-worth and value and esteem. So it doesn't, once upon a time it would have hit that way, possibly earlier on. Now it just infuriates me. Like the audacity, nigga. Give a fuck who you are. You ain't better than me. In fact, it's possibly the opposite because you foul. You're foul. You're full of shit. You don't even know what words mean, nigga. You don't even know. You sit here trying to check me, and you don't even know. Trying to compare shit, and you don't even know how to properly apply the fucking term. Anyway. Because, by the way, technology is fascinating. That's the beautiful thing about Google. Nowadays, if you ain't, you can type something in the box and go, what is pattern recognition as it pertains to the term that's being used commonly, referencing those who are possibly neurodivergent? Then we can Google, and what's the difference between someone's pattern per se, history, the difference between referencing that versus pattern recognition. Reputation versus pattern recognition. A history of versus pattern recognition. Anyway, I'm not really here for that, but I just thought I'd add that part. They wanted this woman to feel worthless, like her life is not worth living. Because everywhere she turned, people was treating her poorly for no reason. Well, it was for a reason. I'll rephrase that. It was for a reason. Let me do this real quick. It was definitely for a reason. Let me take. Hold up. Nasty, just skanks, trollops. Thug bones and raggedy. And then they got the nerve. See, when y'all hear this video, listen. And these motherfuckers got the nerve. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that about a bitch? They got the nerve to be offended, nigga. by the shit folks like me be saying. But I'm offended. That young girl feels crushed, her life. I'm offended, nigga. How about that? How about that? Cowards that can only be bad in a car with tinted windows. How about that? Cowards that can only be bad behind closed doors with their chickens and their string and candles and glass. How about that? Offended. Offended by the shit we be saying. See that arrogance, that grandiose? I'm offended. This young woman is trying to live her life. She even made a statement. You know, she was in tears, couldn't even barely, which only made me more mad. That made me more mad. Because she's like, I'm not even trying to become famous. Basically, she was saying, like, she's just trying to live her life like everybody else. So I'm calling some shit out. Motherfuckers out here in this universe, let me tell you something. I don't care what your beliefs are, because this is what I have a problem with in society, okay? This has been the problem. This has been the problem, in my opinion. This has been a part of the problem of history of humanity. This has been it. This has been it. When we can't see eye to eye on things, belief systems, some of us is too damn surface and shallow. I'm not going to apologize for that. Stopping myself mid-air. And quick to believe the hype based on our own biases. Quick to dismiss something. Some folks gonna feel real dirt shit bad. Some of these motherfuckers in this universe, not all of them, because some of them, like I said, they on the end of these sorry cunts and fucks. They ain't even in there anyway. That's just a shell. Okay? But some of these people out here in the universe gonna feel real some kind of way, as they always do, when it's too little too late. When something tragic, I'm not going to speak that over that young lady. You know what? May she be well. May that young lady get proper assistance and support that cannot be infiltrated into, bullied, bribed, blackmailed, or bartered sold. May she find that. May that come to her. Okay, that's what I want to speak. That's what I want to say. May that be. I don't want to speak that other stuff over her, but I simply was saying, I'm canceling that thought, but there are people out there that would feel some kind of way. They would. And they'll be the first ones crying, falling out, talking about they don't, doing all the extra shit when it's fucking too late. The motherfuckers at the hospital or, what I'm saying, some kind of tragic. That's the problem. But if she reached out and tried to, did anybody take her serious? Did anybody take her serious, or do they think she's just always been sensitive, and you know how she is, and bless her little heart, and yeah. Did anybody pay any attention? Did anybody look into shit before sitting on a raggedy ass duff, assuming that she's exaggerating, assuming that she's imagining things, assuming, in worst case scenario, assuming that she's lying or making it up for attention? Or she won't clickbait, or she just trying to she just trying to get some kind of vengeance, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Or did any of these motherfuckers out here take their head out their own ass for 5 minutes, or take the head out of their fake asses, the fake shit that they fake live and fake believe in? Oh, maybe that's because they just got down on the wrong path. Are you fucking retarded? People trip me out with that shit. That ain't got shit to do with it. This is a bunch of low-life motherfuckers getting together and beat our lives. Don't foo-foo this shit. Let's call it. Money. The end. Don't foo-foo this shit. I'm trying to make it some kind of... People don't want to believe that there is an underdark world in the physical sense. Okay, we're not even talking about people's spiritual and philosophical views on God and not God and all that. You put a pin in all of that. We can all put a pin. That still don't change the facts. That there is corruption. That don't change that. Okay? And government, medical, objectifying certain beings like property and cattle. And look, how else can you put it? For the exchange, okay, ain't that which... for the exchange of, for the exchange of, is that not slave trade? Yes, sir. That's what it is. I'll give you a piece of their inheritance if you do this and this and this and this. I'll give you a piece of whatever it is, because, on a global scale, I don't know what the case is with this young lady. She didn't go that far on her video. I just know that based on what she's saying, I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Beautiful young woman. I could imagine the jealousy. Oh, I could imagine the broiling green-eyed envy that she is on the receiving end of. Oh, I can imagine it. Good gravy, God. Child, and she was what? She was in college for, I think she's nursing school. Good gravy. And she's probably, because again, I don't want to get too deep into how all this come to be on this video and why certain individuals are, but I guarantee there's something very sweet, something very pure. There's something about her. I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you. And I'm not saying this ain't about the worldly and matrix surface sense of fluffing up somebody and pretension and, socialism and better than and hierarchy. That's they fucking MO. That's they shit. That's they little vibe. But this is what had the attention in her case of the government, deep state. Okay, number one. Let's put that out there. Number one. Okay. Then everybody after that, all niggas and bitches. Look, you know what story comes to mind? This is why I'm like, man, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. It's on. But the story that comes to mind, some of you will remember, and I may be misquoting the name in fact, because I really don't follow like pop culture that much, but I remember seeing in the news about this young black girl. I don't know if she became like a new, I don't know if she became a dancer, a rapper, a singer. It was something like that, but she was kind of young, and I think she was just making it big. And she loved her like friends and family, and she kind of included them and took them, trips and spent money. Like y'all know how it is. Especially she must have came up. She wanted to share, with her best friends. Her woo. Them hoes, them motherfuckers. I hope they fry. I hope them skanks. I hope them skanks be lit on fire. I hope they be skinned first. Yes, I do. 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 I hope them skanks that did that shit to that girl, whoever was involved, the niggas, bitches, I want all prospective motherfuckers that was involved with setting that young woman up and in destiny swapping them scallywags, good for nothing sons of bitches. I hope they get harassed, kidnapped. No, I ain't gonna say I hope. I'm gonna say I'm gonna manifest that shit, nigga. Fuck it. Right for what they deserve. What they deserve. Hope he has to get lit on fire. But first, I hope they get tortured. They're going to get kidnapped, hung upside down, and skinned, then lit on fire. But before that, publicly exposed and humiliated. All the secrets on TV. Slow burn first. I want that to be the end game with the hanging and the skinning and the lighting on fire. I want that to be the last part. The other part, I want it to be slow, just as slow as their targeting and shit has been on the... I want the other part to be slow. Long, slow, and involved. Torturous and agonizing. All their plans to go to flop, one by one. All that they work on and build to be taken, one by one, slowly but surely. All their endeavors and connections to be sabotaged and in betrayal, slowly but surely. Individuals gaining up on them suddenly out of nowhere for no reason. A bunch of retarded witches and warlocks who never got checked out, deciding to make it their career to do around-the-clock spell work on them and their children. Loss of career, loss of position, loss of influence, public humiliation, slow game, ill-failing health, since they like them glamours and shit. Since they attacked the target. So I decree that their health and well-being, surely as they affected the targets. Slow. All their illusions and masks to shatter no matter how much they have glued that shit up with Gorilla Glue. Voodoo dolls, puppet dolls around the clock. Times a gazillion on their ass. And also in the meantime, as they try, oh no, see this, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm manifesting. See, we're talking justice now. We're talking situations like with this young woman, whoever the singer, dancer, rapper chick was, that, come on now. We get really our panties in a bunch and, oh my, it's like, no, that was foul. That was sick. And it bothers me that most of the world is not really even, it's like it's not penetrating. It's like, that's why I feel, some ain't right. Some ain't right. Should I say, some ain't correct. Something is off. Something is foul. like brushing that shit off. These people get away with all this shit. That's the reason why I talk this way. Anybody out there who clicks on this video someday, you hear me go to such grotesque links like that because these individuals get away with this shit. And they do it over and over and over and over again to many innocent lives. Nobody does anything about it. Nobody seems to care. So this is why you hear people like me go, very well, let's go ahead and manifest what the fuck these motherfuckers deserve then. They get away with this kind of shit. They profit. That's why all the people in Hollywood and shit, I ain't impressed with these suckers. I used to be. I used to be like everybody else, you know, in my younger years, impressed with these motherfuckers. And now that I know what these motherfuckers be on, and I can't say every last one of them because that's not really fair to say, but a lot of them, it's like, oh man, you foul. Like, you ain't even cute to me no more. You used to be cute. Now you're not cute no more. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even cute now. You're not cute. I used to think you were cool. I used to think you were smart. I used to think, oh, now you're just sickening. Because you're in that position because of who you're willing to hurt. Who you were willing to violate. Now I don't even like you. I don't even like, I ain't feeling you. I may like talent. I may like songs. I may like certain things, but anywho, on behalf of the target population, those of you out there, I suggest you face your fears, or you're going to be going down the same path with these motherfuckers. You're going down, and you're going to eat what they eat. I find it sad that I even have to say this. I think it's one of the saddest statements that I have to even say to humanity, especially the ones that have such a religious and spiritual outfit for the world. These folks isolate and then they bank on that, and that's why they kind of really drive that in. And you're going to sit your ass back and say nothing? May find their ass on her list. I bet that young girl, see, that's what people don't, I bet she tried, because that's why she's at that point. She ain't at that point because she didn't say nothing. She ain't at that point because she didn't reach out and try to get assistance in some way. Most of her family was probably jealous of her anyway. That's why, because she said her mama and that. I was like, good gravy. Yep. And the world typically don't want to believe that kind of shit. Because these motherfuckers be, Reverend so-and-so and fucking prophetess so-and-so, and they be, all these different things, or doctor so-and-so, and, all these societal appearances and shit. And they be syrupy sweet too, all of these sectors, so it's hard for them to properly judge. Because then they're like, well, no, they always been really nice and sweet, and they ain't done nothing, but, I don't know, that don't really fit their character. That because of people's ignorance and lack of knowledge. And lack of understanding about various different human conditions. And various types of abuse. Hence why when a target person try to go get the help, they're met with condescension. They're met with mockery, because people are ignorant. Because the motherfucker can kiss their ass, they don't have the ability to see straight. And flatter them and shit. They can't see straight. Which are all spells, by the way. Those are spells. People always think the spell work has to be, the more involved work where they're conjuring and chickens and chanting and writing and, all the other weird shit. That's more layered involved, but so is manipulation. That's spell work. That's word sorcery. Anyway, speak up, speak out, make a difference, be the difference. Don't be one of these fake motherfuckers out here, fake philanthropists, fake activists, fake good, fake decent. You just want to sound deep, you want to sound knowledgeable, but when the rubber meets the road, you're a coward. You want to sound educated, you want to sound woke, you want to sound, but when the rubber meets the road, you're a fucking coward. Don't be that, onlookers. Be the change. I wonder who actually cared about that young woman with the crime. I wonder, out of all the motherfuckers, I wonder who actually do care. And I wonder who's in people who are in position who is actually stepping up to look into it before just assuming. Because she's a person. No, she's a person. Or how many people just sitting back with their popcorn? Give me the fate. Where my cards? And then after I get off this shit, I got some shit to do. Got some things to do today. Motherfuckers been trying to. I didn't even shop last night. The tower. Babysitters. Wait about they walking their ass around here. I can see them. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Outcome. All this nasty shit. Trying to tie up the collective's money and resources because they're trying to create the restrictions. This is old news, old strategies, old stories. This is what they're doing. In some cases, it's an attempt to try to, for those of you where people are always wanting you to have to like come back to them, like some of it is that, which is, again, that's the saddest thing ever about these kind of people. That's it's sick and it's sad. Okay, so these sorry, trash bag, useless. Okay, anyway. This shit they've been doing to folks like my son and me, what they're doing right now, even as I speak. What they're doing right now on behalf of the collective. And what they're plotting and planning to do. All this nasty shit on the collective right now in real time. Truth. By the end of 2025. What's going to be that ass? By the end, by December 31st, 2025, 11:59 p.m. their local standard time. By then, could be before, but by then. These sorry motherfuckers. The sorry motherfuckers. These sorry trash bags. These, some of them, they're not human. And they're not the cool kind of not human either. They're not human. They're the bad alien. I call them the bad aliens. Some of them are the bad aliens. There's legal, court paperwork, filed. And it came out. Leading card, okay. They're gonna try to do a settlement. Maybe by the end of some of them, okay? Take this as it is. Of course, it's not gonna be every last. It's gonna apply maybe for some. I have crushed, sad, broken, feeling alone, reverse, but settlement, agreement, compromise, then bounty hunter, reverse. Think somebody finna try to backpedal. Legal, court, paperwork. Because why is bounty hunter in the reverse? And settlement, and then we have the courts, the paperworks. Oh, the divine masculine. What's this right? Yeah, they're gonna be upset, rage, ready to explode. This is where it's supposed to go down. Oh shit! I see how some of this is gonna happen. Some of it. Some of it. Because why is rage coming out after paperwork? Maybe they're going to be shocked that there's paperwork. Maybe they never thought paperwork would actually be filed. And this is what's going to piss them off because it's going to come out like, oh shit, they weren't just talking. They weren't just talking. Somebody may take a deal too. That could be what ends up coming out. Somebody else may end up taking some kind of deal. And they're going to be mad about this with the anger. So let's see why they're going to be, by that day, by the end, what's going to have them all up in a rage, ready to explode by then. Okay. Because right now, they feel like they got it on the lock and everything under control. So as I said, this is by the end of this year. Clear, high, rage, ready to explode. By the end of the year. A lover. And the privileged lady going in reverse. A house. Adjudication coming in the reverse. This is possibly going to happen because something's going to come out about a house. Either a house, a family, somebody's sibling or lover. And with this official person here, maybe there's going to be some kind of issue about a house that they're going to end up angry about, or because I got house, official person, lovers, which could be a sibling or a partner, as well as a lover. That's going to be angry. Something to do with some paperwork here. Main male is coming in reverse, so we have a karmic energy. Or somebody that's getting out of jail or something like that. Despair. Somebody's going to end up in despair. These people, the despair that they have caused these targeted individuals with this anger and this court paperwork that's going to hit their household, something's going to happen here. Courthouse is not going to go in their favor in the reverse. This is by the end. You know, there's a lot that's going to possibly happen in between that. Y'all know how this goes. I said specifically by the end. So maybe there's going to be different things that happen that seem some kind of way up until then. Okay? I have thoughts and a community. A community. They're not expecting it, baby. It's in the reverse. They're not expecting it. Ooh-wee. Whatever they thought they was finna get or whatever they stole is finna get ripped. Gift is going into the reverse. Whatever they done stole, done ganked, was offered, you know, this great fortune and thief. Oh. Somebody finna get in trouble possibly about that, or they about to lose this great fortune. We got, or somebody gonna steal it. Because why is thief here? We have an official person, like an official, could be a, they're gonna end up in despair. Child reverse, marriage reverse. Privileged lady reverse, false person. Yeah, this is these karmics in a community that wanted this unexpected income. This false person in community wanted to take something or took something, unexpected income, or off of the targeted population here. With journey, marriage is in the reverse, so something is going to happen. Their marriage, maybe divorce, upheaval, and some kind of sadness to despair. I have child in reverse, marriage in the reverse. Yeah, because these people was trying to do shit to the sickness for money. Do shit to the collective and their kid, or to steal from them. Let me get, Couple more here and we're done. Okay, so they're not going to be able to take care of themselves anymore. I got self-care that's coming in the reverse. So they kept stealing from the collective so that you collectives wouldn't be able to take care of yourself. So what's about to end up happening is just that for them. Let's see what we have here. Because that's what they were doing. They didn't want you to be able to take care of yourself. So they started blocking your money, sabotaging shit. Because they didn't want you to be attractive, or they didn't want you to be appealing as an influencer or something like that. Yeah, they didn't want you to be attractive and appealing as some kind of an influencer. I have Starseed. And then Vampire is going in reverse. Yeah, that ass is supposed to not have no more. Ooh, Shadow is going in reverse. This is exposure. And this is loss of their supply, that being the targeted population. Vampire reverse, Oracle reverse, Shadow reverse. Good gravy. Their legendary shit or whatever they're trying to build, reverse. Podcast, reverse. Okay. Boom, bitch. This fashion witch. It's supposed to become despicable. It's got yummy in the reverse and then troll. You know what I find fascinating though? I think in these cases, it's very unfortunate that folks have to go to these extremes. When I say folks, I'm talking about targeted populations. Like, you know how they say you shouldn't do something right, or you shouldn't do the honorable thing because of, you know, like the Ring of Gyges thing, because of fear of either getting in trouble or what something's going to look like or ramification, or because you're being pressured. Whatever happened to honorable because it's honorable? And that just, to me, all this simply does is confirm the state of the world. That's what it does for me. Is that people, as long as they can have people bullied into a corner, as long as they think that they can have people bullied into a corner where nobody will know, nobody will see, nobody would hear, nobody would find out, you know, it's my word against theirs. Like, as long as they feel like that, this is why these types of communities, businesses, individuals, whatever, why they continue behaving like that. Why they don't stop. And I think that's what's even the saddest thing, a part of the saddest thing in this whole shit. They bank on people feeling afraid or feeling alone or not knowing where to go or who to turn to and feeling like they can't, you know, and it just keeps it going. It's a part of their thrill, which again is a reveal to the truth. See, we like to talk about shit, but it's about the meat and potatoes. It's about the bottom line. This is a reveal. Because only time people get some act right and some get right is if they think their asses is going up shit's creek. And even then, they don't really get no act right. They just try to find, you know, new and innovative ways to do shit. But, you know, if push comes to shove, it's when the pressure hits. And I think that's sad because there are people who don't have, you know, when you talk about this level of shit, when you're not talking about just some random one person against one person, you see, that's one thing. When you have shit being done on a grand macro scale, but also being done sneakily, because like I said, these are cowardly actions. This shit is being done behind the scene. Not everybody in these targeted populations make it or have the strength or have, you know, and that's what's sickening about this. And that's why I'm calling judgment on onlookers who got information and sitting there looking goofy as fuck. I'm judging your ass. You right. I'm putting that judgment on that ass, and I got every bit of jurisdiction to do so. People out there talking about they're trying to save their own family. Save your own family. Was your family involved, perhaps? Gaslighting. Love plus gaslighting. Yep. Well, some of them may end up getting gaslit and stolen from. Wouldn't that be some shit as well? Like, how does it feel, sucker? How does it feel, sucker? You got. Triggered. They finna be triggered. By the end of the year. This year. What we have here? Oh, the vampire came in. Oh, it did a somersault. It did a somersault in the reverse, the vampire. They not gonna have no supply. They ain't gonna be able to keep stealing this vampiric bitch. Ain't finna be able to keep sucking and stealing here, coming in reverse. And then yeah. And then people are possibly gonna see them as such as not yummy. Yummy in the reverse. They're gonna see her as the whole bag. These motherfuckers as the whole bag thieves that they are. A cult leader. These hoes is cult. Nigga, cult. Shit. Whoa. It's a whole cult shit. A narcissistic cult, nigga, bitch. Nigga. Ooh. Child, with this coming in the reverse, like, by the end of the year. By the end of this year. These narcs aren't gonna be able to, people ain't gonna be simping on them. They're not gonna be able to simp their way into privileges. They're not gonna be able to take care of themselves. They're not gonna be able to gaslight and mind control motherfuckers here. And some of them may very well lose their mind by the end of the year for basically trying to cause you all's mind to be bad. Because these people have been going to town on your mind. They want your mind to be bad. So this is why they're doing abuse. This is what narcissistic abuse is about. Starseed. Okay, you're going to be getting out of some kind of situation. Starseed here. Trauma bond is going into the reverse. Okay. So basically, there's going to be some liberations of these trauma bonds, how these narcs got people under their control and to get money and to basically destiny swap and copy and trying to sacrifice star seeds and shit like that with this gaslighting, trolling, people of the past, trolling, using love and gaslighting to get people to take a star seed out or an oracle here. These fake oracles. Like I said earlier, these are people that be into shit, but they teaching shit, they on platforms. It's like, really though? Really? Really? This is shit that's got me perturbed. Because I'm like, that don't even make sense. 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 And before somebody say, well, ain't none of us perfect, Blooming. You know that. None of us are. You're not. None of us are. We all have, you know, blase, and, you know, yeah, I know that. But I also know that that's something commonly used to make excuses for toxic behavior, too. I know that, too. Huh? Hold the telephone. Hold the telephone. Give me 1 second, there's another. Okay, that ain't it. Because we're trying to get the, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? Bear with me. All right, so let's see. I had to go get my new deck real quick and see by the end of the year and clarify a couple of things here. Let's clarify thief, vampire in reverse, and bitch. Thief, vampire in reverse, and bitch. Let's clarify that. Okay, I got one that came out, no, two. Bear with me, because I have them like turned face down and I'm trying to like just shuffle them and see. So just, okay, we got that one, that one, that one. Let's see what else we got coming up. By the end of the year, as stated, where there's going to be actual physical manifested consequences for all of this shit these people have been doing daily, even as I speak. I got your phone. I'll give it to you in a second. It says constantly placing trash and circling around the collective's house and space. Yeah, I seen them as I came on, several folks. Okay, collective, I got angel number 4. So where they were trying to, you know, destabilize you, because it's in the reverse. Where they were getting stability, okay, off of you, this is about to go into reverse for them, okay? Because it says restored balance, keep going, pay attention to detail. Trying to stop you from paying attention to detail. I would keep moving forward on my journey. Yes, because these people are trying to stop you from your journey. So it going into the reverse, meaning something's about to happen with theirs. Fake or staged hospital documents. Blames the collector for losses to their losses, oblivious to their choices. Government official involved, initiated into a coven. Over half of this apartment complex residents are involved with this RICO. I can't stand this karmic wench. I regret ever fucking with her. Carol uses fusion apps to stalk the collective. These people need help. Prayer, Reiki won't do. They need to be cut open and studied. And then I said the karmics are going to go insane and have a mental breakdown in the end, because that's what they've been trying to cause for you. Yep. Did y'all hear that? Over half of an apartment complex. Over half of an apartment complex. Over half. That's what it said. Over half of an apartment complex are participants in this RICO. Using fusion apps. It says they attack your health to make you tired, so you won't be able to fight for your life. And so that's why they have the witches and the warlocks in the apartment complexes doing around the clock shit to attempt to affect the health of the collective and their children. But this is also why they employ folks like Walmart shoppers and delivery people and Door Dashers to put curses on shit and sprinkle shit on shit. Karmics are mad because their spell work is not working. This is why they keep adding. So I have the names Carol, Heather, they will lose their homes by the end of the year, their homes, cars, and their children, some of them. Because some of them took retaliation on a feminine, on an honorable feminine, because they were asked to leave a job. They don't want to accept that it was their boss that scapegoated them. Because I tell you what, bosses is going to save their ass before they save yours, honey. Where you been since ever you were fucking on earth. They gonna say they ass for yours, honey. Oh, what's this right here? Oh, it says community of narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths. And again, the name Carol. Who is Carol? I have Carol twice. Carol Halls, Carol Hayes, Carol. Well, anyways, this may be applicable to some of you out there. I don't know who the Carol Hawes, Carol Hayes, Louis Morales, or Louis Morales? Who's Louis Morales? It says 2 young distorted witches live above collectives paid to do spells and harass. 2 young distorted witches paid to do spells, live above, paid to do spells and harass. It says, since spells haven't been fully effective, they hired hitmen to harass and to poison the collective. A cult leader is a Christian. That is their uniform. They're a Christian, and they're into also real estate and the mortgage industry. One of the cult leaders. One of them, because there's more than one. And travels from Nevada to Texas to meet up with their cult members. They stalk from social media. They have people driving around yelling out of their cars. Creepy neighbor joined the cult, using shitty diapers and animal feces in voodoo. They put toxins in AC walls, vents, plumbing. Little Caesar's Pizza DoorDasher is going to get in trouble. They increase their attacks on feminine and her children because it's all falling apart. Trying to hide the evidence. Evidence already been found. Fucking officials to put spells on them. Narcissists do not change. They will double cross you. They will work as a double agent. You cannot appease them. Tantruming children wants attention. Energy vampires. These people kept gaslighting. Gaslighting will cost them even more than if they would have just been honest. And they're all going to regret it by the end of the year. There it is. That's clarifying that one. Ciao. All right, let's clarify. They all will regret it. Thief, vampire, bitch. Vampire in the reversed. Ah, their plans are going to go to shit. 3 of Wands in the reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they're going to take a hit, a loss. Their abundance. But their plans are also going to go to shit. Somebody's going to be put to rest. 4 of Swords. Whatever they've been doing, it says feminine's ex-lovers was hating on feminine. Yeah, feminine's ex-lovers that was partnering with all of these cults. Five of Cups. Somebody's going to get sick or be forced to quit. Okay, somebody's going to get sick. And then there's going to be some kind of depression and sadness here. It says feminine sees more than she does. more than people think she does. Here's the lie. The Ace of Swords is in the reverse. A stepfather, somebody's stepdad, or a father or a male that lied, or they lied to, or lied, yeah. Ace of Cups, they lied. They're about to, yeah, somebody about to cry here. And Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, what they were doing to stop from losing what they gained off of you, or to try to rebuild what they lost, they're about to lose it again. Or about to get that ass fucked up. Dumb bitches and niggas. Dumbass. Sitting here doing shit. Looney Tunes. Seven of Swords. Yeah, they're going to get stolen from. King of Cups. 3 men going into reverse. They're about to reap some abusive behavior, some unloving, abusive behavior. But some of them are going to end up being stolen from through a love offer that's going to sneak off and take everything. Or they're going to end up with somebody that's a thief, and that's going to sneak off and take everything from them. Ooh-wee. Shit. 9 of Swords. Yeah, they about to be taunted, tormented, possibly beat up and abused for all of this shit on the collective. These people, this is how they gonna end. Them and they people. Oh, so you like to stress motherfuckers out? Retard, huh? You in the business of stressing motherfuckers out, huh, sucker? That's what you do for hire, motherfucker? That's what you do? That's what you do? That's how you take care of you and your family? That's what you do? Okay. Have fun. Because your ass is finna get got. 10 of Wands. Enjoy it while it lasts, sucker. Yep, they about to be burdened. Pow. The clones. These wannabe motherfuckers. They're going to have a whole lot of burdens and baggages and shit that they're going to have to deal with by the end of this fucking year. That they're not going to be able to spell cast or sucker fuck their way out of.